All right, everyone. Well, we've got a really awesome sneak peek into the future of Raid Shadow Legends, and we are going to be seeing the biggest update to in-game content that we have seen since the game came out. And this is huge for so many players, especially if you guys are free to play or you don't spend a lot of money, because it involves a feature of the game where you're going to get some of the most important rewards in order to progress your account. So to see a major overhaul to this system is very, very big news. And there's a lot of implications behind it that I wanted to get into today that you probably haven't thought about yet. Now, just a quick overview of other stuff that I wanted to cover today. Obviously, that's going to be the really big highlight, but we've got some other quality of life features that have been teased about patch 1.15, which are going to be coming. We've got an update to Raid Shadow Legends, which happened recently. If you guys are wondering if you had to update your mobile device, your player and play, your BlueStacks, whatever it was, that was to address the bug in Clan Boss where champions were just randomly getting one-shotted and you might have been losing millions of damage per Clan Boss key. So hopefully that issue should be fixed now since that update. And there's just a lot of stuff going on in Raid Shadow Legends. I'm actually very surprised because we're kind of in a mid-patch, mid-season break right now, and that's what the Fusion is. Now, we know that it's going to be about a month or so before 1.15 and Battle Pass Season 2, which are both going to be coming at approximately the same time. And we've got the Skull Lord Fusion, which, you know, we still have almost 3 weeks left, so 1.15 and Season 2 are going to be coming a couple of days to a week or so after the end of this fusion. So that gives us a general sense of the timeline, but there's a lot of other stuff that's happening as well. If you go to the event screen, even though the fusion doesn't actually involve any events outside of actually grinding, there's still a lot of events going on. We've got some tournaments, of course. We still got the double rates active for the summoning event. So it seems like Raid Shadow Legends has been pretty lively as of yet. So definitely good news, and I really do feel like generally things are moving in the right direction. Now let's get into the really big feature and kind of the highlight of the video today. And this information is coming from the Diamond. So let's get into it here. Alright, guys, some news about the 1.15 patch. Here are several changes that will be included there. So number one, it will be possible to sell accessories after the battle exactly the way you sell artifacts. Great quality of life feature. I'm a little bit surprised that we weren't able to do this before. It was always kind of one of those things where it's not really that big of a deal, but it always triggered me to not be able to sell accessories when you're running through Spider like you can when you get just regular artifacts in the campaign or in the dungeon. So now we'll actually be able to do that, so that's great. Number two, it will be possible to unlock champions in the tavern the same way that you unlock them in the champion collection. You'll be able to unlock them both in the tavern and in the champion collection, so I'm guessing that this is just talking about the lock feature. Not really a whole big deal or anything, but again, just a little quality of life feature. Definitely make sure that you guys are locking your champions, by the way, especially when you've leveled them up, ascended them, if you have really good gear on them. It would be absolutely tragic to accidentally use a high-level, well-geared, ascended champion as food for another champion, and I'm sure it's happened before, so definitely make sure that you guys are doing that. But here's the really big change, and the one that I wanted to focus on. Clan Boss will have endless health points till the moment of his everyday refresh. That's right, guys, it's finally happening, and this is a very highly requested feature that a lot of people have been asking for a long time, and it's finally coming to Raid Shadow Legends. And there's a lot of implications for this that you might not have even thought about yet that I also wanted to talk about. Once the Clan Boss has 0 HP, he won't die. It'll be possible to start the battle with the Clan Boss, and then the damage done will be counted towards getting clan chest rewards. The limit of chests to earn per day remains the same, so all the clan members will be able to receive rewards, not just 15 out of 30. And it's really interesting that they included that 15 out of 30 number, because if you actually take a look, I'm not going to get into any kind of crazy math or anything, but at a glance, you can kind of tell that approximately speaking, for most of the clan bosses, if you see the amount of damage that it takes in order to get the maximum level chest, which is generally what you're going to want to be going for in almost all situations, and then you look at the amount of total HP that the clan boss has, you know, you can see here, this is an easy one. We're looking at about 40 million damage to get the ultimate chest and about 650 million total life on the Nightmare Clan boss. So you are looking at, if you do it basically perfectly, and this is very difficult to do, even with the change now where you can calculate how much damage you do to the clan boss, there's almost always going to be at least a few people who mess it up. That would be 16 people. So 15 is probably a little bit more accurate, and even then, it might not even be that many. So you're looking at like roughly half the members of your clan actually truly being able to get the highest level chests with the system that we have right now. And there's a lot of things about this that are incredibly annoying. Obviously, not everyone being able to get the rewards is a big one. You kind of have to compete. I know for my clan, for the longest time when we were the most active, I really had to make sure to log on at the certain hours to do my keys. And if I accidentally slept through it, I would wake up and not be able to get the rewards for the chests that I was actually farming. Now, another very annoying thing that is going on right now is if you end up getting your clan boss down to, let's just say the Nightmare clan boss had 1 million HP out of 650 million. Well, it really sucks because somebody out there in your clan now has to waste a clan boss key in order to actually kill the boss so that everyone gets double the rewards, but they can't do any more damage than that 1 million. So it's almost like a waste of a key in order to help out your entire clan. Well, that won't be a problem anymore because now you'll actually be able to get your full amount of damage once the clan boss reaches 0 HP because, of course, he won't die. Now, this has other really cool implications as well that I've been thinking about, like certain masteries will be easier to really be able to take full advantage of. So if you take a look just at a glance, and this is just one example that I could think of, I'm sure there are plenty of others. If you guys have champions, definitely go over their skills to see if you're going to benefit from this new system more, because there's like one mastery right here, Single Out, which is on the third line of the offensive master. It's the first one. Increases damage inflicted targets with less than 40% HP by 8%. Well, now that the clan boss is not going to die when he ends up getting to 0 HP, you'll be able to fully take advantage of this mastery a lot more often, which is great because that's just additional damage to the clan boss. Really useful, especially if you're really close to getting to that next chest level. So you won't have to keep an eye out, because I know in a lot of cases as well with my clan, once he gets down below 40% HP, it could be any minute, any hour to when he's dead at that point, because a lot of people like to attack him because of that mastery at, you know, that amount of HP. So that's just one example. If you guys have other champions, definitely take a look at their skills, take a look at the mastery tree, because knowing that you can now inflict damage to the clan boss just like normal when he's at 0 HP and everyone's going to be able to get those rewards, it changes a lot. And it's a really, really big thing because the clan boss is going to be one of the most vital features in the game for getting account progression rewards. I can't stress this enough. I've talked about it in so many other videos. You guys will probably notice even on YouTube with Raid Shadow Legends, a big theme is you'll see so many clan boss videos, and that is because it really, truly is that important. You do not want to neglect your clan boss team. It's something you want to focus on because out of the list of rewards, you're looking at a consistent source of gems, a consistent source of decent gear from two very solid gear sets, the Immortal and the Cruel sets, which are just upgrades compared to their counterparts, the Life and the Attack set. You've also got a good source of getting the 3 more valuable shards, your Ancients, your Voids, and your Sacreds. Very difficult to get shards in any aspect of the game, and the clan boss is going to be another source where you can find them. The really big one, though, and honestly, this is a big problem all on its own, and the reason why clan boss is so important, especially for free-to-play, is it's really the only place in the game where you can actually get somewhat consistent skill books. Now, it's still RNG, but every other location in the game is either one-time rewards or you have to buy them. Of course, I'm not even going to get into that because obviously I'm not going to count spending money as a way to get skill books. This is the only real way to actually get a decent amount of skill books over a period of time that isn't one-time rewards. And again, that's a whole problem on its own, but this is huge, and skill books are very, very important for so many champions that, you know, having a major change influence the clan boss the way that this does, it's going to have a lot of implications. So make sure that you guys are maximizing your clan boss keys as best as you possibly can. Make sure that you are focusing on trying to improve your clan boss teams as much as you can, and definitely take advantage of all the clan boss rewards that you can possibly get. So really excited for this change, and I'm also excited to kind of see how people are going to discover even more ways that this change influences the game. Like I said, there's that mastery, which is going to be easier to take advantage of, but I'm sure there's other champions and skills that are going to benefit from this change as well. And I'm sure after this change, we'll kind of see clan boss compositions change a bit, and maybe the whole meta will be different. I don't really know about that. Maybe I'm going too far, but we'll definitely see things shaken up a bit, no pun intended, after this change comes through in 1.15. So very much looking forward to that. Let me know what your guys' thoughts and opinions are. But now let's get into some other stuff. So the free gift, a lot of people were wondering when the ×2 rates event was announced, people were saying, man, is that the free gift that Plarium is going to give us? Well, it's not. The diamond clarified, and we actually saw what the free gift is. You'll see it in the in-game news and announcements here. Here it is, and it's actually very, very generous. So thank you, Plarium. I mean, I'm definitely surprised. I was incorrect on my prediction. I thought it would be something else, but I am very happy with this. So we've got 3 Void Shards, 2 Arena Token refills, 1 Rank 5 chicken, 2 Rank 4 chickens, 3 Rank 3 chickens, a 3-day 100% XP boost, and 500 energy. So this is the second set of quarantine gift rewards that we got. Of course, the first one was that 2,000 energy. So once again, thank you, Plarium, and make sure that you guys check your mailbox. Don't forget about it and claim your rewards. So I always think it's important with stuff like this, especially considering how many bad things Plarium has done in the past. It's very quickly for everyone to point out the bad and go on rants. I always want to make sure to point out the good and give credit where credit is due as well, because it can be very easy to just be on one side of that scale and not the other. So thank you, Plarium. Keep it up, and I hope that we see more stuff like this in the future. All right, now getting into what's actually going on in-game right now, a little bit of a wrap-up in terms of events and tournaments. Now, obviously, we have the Skull Lord Vargal fusion with the Skull Sworns, not Skull Crowns. I know yesterday I got mixed up in my summoning video and I said Skull Crowns. I'm sorry, guys. There's just too many champions with the word Skull in them. I couldn't even list them all right now because there's that many. But everyone's been grinding that. That's going for the fusion, of course. If you decide to skip it, that's totally okay. But there's a lot of other stuff going on in the events and tournaments, which is surprising because none of these events and tournaments, this is not like one of the regular fusions where you have to actually do the events and tournaments in order to complete the fusion. The fusion only involves grinding, so it's really nice to actually see that there's a good amount of additional events and tournaments running alongside this fusion. I really thought Plarium could be scummy here and not run anything else alongside this fusion, knowing that people would be grinding out their Skull Sworns anyway, but it's really good to see that they are still running a good amount of tournaments and events while this is going on. So again, credit where credit is due. I want to point out some of the positive and not just the negative. And also important to note is there is a good amount of overlap with events here. So if you guys are grinding, whether for the fusion or not, we've got of course, the April Fool's login rewards, which ends in a couple of days. If you guys have been collecting that every day, I've got one more day to go here for that epic skill tome, but that's going to be wrapping up soon. Now, we have 2 days left on this ginormous champion training event, which I have not gone all out for. I don't think I'm going to, but if you guys are working on that, you know, the rewards are not the absolute best, but there's a lot of other stuff going on. So if you're able to accumulate points for this while you're actually doing other stuff, you know, that's something to keep mind of. And speaking of the other stuff, we've got a Dungeon Divers event that just started off, 4,000 points. I actually have a video up on the channel where I get into the details of, you know, what do you really want to go for with the Dungeon Divers? Do you want to go for the campaign route, or you want to go with the traditional dungeon route? Which one is actually better, more efficient? And the answer actually, it could depend. So, but you have options open. You can continue farming the campaign and your Skull Sworns for the fusion. That'll also accumulate points for the champion trading. It'll accumulate points for the Dungeon Divers. But you've also got a Dragon Tournament running as well. So you can go another route and just go and farm dungeons, which will get you points towards the Dragon Tournament and also the Dungeon Divers event. So you can see there's a good amount of overlap. Now, the rewards for this Dragon Tournament, I don't know how to feel about a 4-star chicken being the top reward. It would be great if it was a 5-star chicken, because then we'd have an epic book and a 5-star chicken, but, you know, pretty typical stuff. No extra champions in the top leaderboards. They did that for a little while. It seems like they've been straying away from it as of lately, but you know, there's a good amount of stuff going on in game. So lots of stuff. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it seems like Raid Shadow Legends has been very lively as of late. So I hope things are moving in the right direction, and just let me know what you guys think of everything, all the news we've been getting, all the updates, the events, just the general direction of Raid Shadow Legends and Plarium so far. That's kind of the question that I wanted to ask you guys towards the end of the video. Last little reminder before I end things off, definitely make sure to check your mailbox, not just for the free stuff that we ended up getting from Plarium, but also for those update rewards. These ones only last for, I believe, 2 days, maybe 3 days. The stuff that we got from Plarium lasts for 7 days, but make sure you guys just keep an eye on this. My mailbox is a disaster, so this is Maybe it's a little bit more of a big deal for me than it is for most people, but it's always tragic to accidentally leave those rewards behind. So with that all being said, though, that is going to be it for the video today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave a quick like as well. It means more than you can imagine. And more Raid Shadow Legends videos, guides, tutorials, and all that fun stuff should be popping up on the screen right about now. Feel free to check them out. But if not, until next time, take care, everyone. And this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.